Here's the kitchen. It wasn't until Edward was about a year and a half old that I made him his own little cupboard. He loves this. At first, he would pull all the dishes out and make a huge mess, but that got old really quick, and now he only gets them when he's hungry or I'm cooking or he wants to eat, have a snack. I taped a towel down to the bottom of this so that it would be softer, so he wasn't clanking the dishes around. I found that cat food bowls work really well because it's kind of like a plate and there's lots of room in there, but it has edges because if he used a plate, he would just push it all off the plate. And little silverware. Hopefully someday he can help me put them away. Right now I'm usually the one that straightens it. An apron is a really good idea because it helps him remember what we're doing. If he helps me in the kitchen, we'll put on an apron, and I'll talk about how we're wearing the apron because we're playing in the kitchen and we're cooking or we're cleaning, and it helps him remember not to run off and abandon me and keep him on task as long as possible. Hung some more pictures down here. He likes to say their names, and when we use them in the kitchen I'll point at them. And I just like hanging the things down low where he can see them. I enjoy having art for myself, so I figured he would enjoy the same. He has his own section in the fridge. He can't open the fridge yet, which is sort of a good thing, but I'll open it for him. He'll ask for me to open it, and he'll get his Edward snacks, his yogurt and fruit. One little section is his. This is just a way for him to feel like he's important, and he's got his own little space where he can get things, he can reach it, he can choose which one, and it improves his mood all day. He'll grab all his dishes, get his food, walk to his table, and even just doing a few of these things or just one of these things or just it really helps to tone down the terrible twos I'm learning. So that's the kitchen. Last we're in the bedroom, and there he is, asleep on his floor bed. I wanted to talk about why I love this floor bed, because I'm so glad that I got the idea to have one instead of a crib. Everyone else I know has a crib, and the baby wakes up and has to cry to get out of their bed. Babies are pretty much just free reigning around the house except for when they go to sleep, and as soon as they wake up from their crib they're crying. So this way I have to work a little bit harder to make sure that everything's picked up, especially when he puts stuff in his mouth. But nothing bad ever happened, and you just have to imagine the whole house like a little playpen and cover the sockets and whatnot. And he really, really likes being able to wake up and start playing. He doesn't have to cry, he doesn't have to depend on me. He feels really good about that. I want to talk about this mirror. I bought it from a store that does glass for homes and auto, and they just sell cuts of mirror. It was $40. He's used it ever since he was newborn. Speaking of that, here he is on his bed the first day we brought him home. Anyways, I just made sure it was really secure. Never had a problem thinking it was going to fall on him, and he's loved it. He plays when he was laying down, sitting up, walking. Now he's walking and talking, and he still plays at it. And I think he used to think that it was his little friend, and now I think he understands it's a mirror. I hung toys from the ceiling by bungee string, and he liked to grab at it when he was learning to grab, and now it just kind of hangs there because he's an expert. I have him another toy shelf in the living room, or in the bedroom, I mean. This is where I've been putting his music stuff lately. I just really like putting toys on shelves. It makes a whole lot more sense to me because instead of having to throw everything out of a toy box, the child can see what they want and grab it right then and then use it and then learn to put it back. And they're learning to treat their toys with respect. And that will play into how they treat people. Because a lot of times a child's first friend is their dolly or their blankie. And so I think it's important to teach him to treat his things and his friends and me and my husband with respect. And so just try to instill that. Keep his clothes down low, his diapers. He used to pull them all out, but now he really doesn't. He likes to put them back, and it's more work at first because you're having to put everything back when they yank it all down, but I saw it as it's giving him something to do. He's playing with it. He likes pulling it down, and then I just put it back. It's just, I model that behavior to him, and then he emulates it. I've elongated the pull string in the closet. He likes to turn the light on. I was going to show you my reserve of toys. A lot of people have tons and tons of toys for their kids, and I know why, because I'm so tempted to buy toys for him. I just want to give him everything. But I know that he can't play with every toy in the world, and he won't even appreciate it anyways, so I might as well save for his college. But I do keep a reserve of toys and try to switch them out, and that way they're new and interesting to him, in the same way with books. Because I've babysat a lot of kids, and their parents are very wealthy, and they just throw their toys everywhere. It's just a mess. It's like the more toys you have, the more mess you're gonna have. So, I mean, my child by no means, keeps his house, our house, tidy, but it's more manageable. It's an achievable goal because we have fewer things. And since I switch them out, he hopefully doesn't get bored of them. He still does, though. That's one of the hardest things, I think, is keeping him interested. So this is the bedroom. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching my video.